Okay, students, class 12th mathematics CBSE. Today we are starting a new topic in the chapter number 13, that is probability. The topic is multiplication rule on probability, or we can say multiplication theorem on probability. Okay, students, sometimes we needed to find the probability of the simultaneous occurrence of the event E and F. Simultaneous occurrence of two or more than two event E, F, G, or more than three events. Okay, means sometimes we have to needed to find the probability of E intersection F. Okay, means probability E intersection F we have to find, and this probability can be found by using the multiplication rule on probability. Okay, conditional probability says that probability of the event E, probability of the event E, whenever event F has already occurred, is given by P E oblique F. P E oblique F, that is equals to P E intersection F upon P F, where P F is not equals to 0. Where P F is not equal to 0. By using this conditional probability, we can find the probability of simultaneous occurrence of the two or more than two events. Okay, so from this we can write down P E intersection F equals to P F multiplication P E oblique F. Okay, this is said to be the multiplication rule of the probability, by which we find the probability of the simultaneous occurrence. Simultaneous occurrence means occurrence of the event one after the other. Okay, we can find by using this formula. Okay, we also know that probability of F oblique E can be given by probability F intersection E upon PE, that is P E intersection F upon PE. Okay, where P is not equals to 0, probability of event is not equals to 0. So this can be, from this we can write down P E intersection F is equals to PE multiplication P F oblique E. Okay, this is equation number 2. Okay, so to find the probability of the events occurring one after the other, or what we can say simultaneous occurrence of two or more than two events, can be found by using the multiplication rule of the probability. Okay, so P intersection F equal to P F into P E oblique F, or P intersection F equal to P E P F oblique E. P E intersection F, E intersection F can also be written down as E F. E F. So this can be written down as P E F, and P E F equals to P F multiplication P E oblique F. And from this we can write down P E F is equals to P E P F oblique E. Okay, so both the formula can be used in finding the probability of the events occurring one after the other. Okay, for example, drawing two cards one after the other. Drawing two cards from the pack of 52 cards one after the other is an example for this. Can we find the probability? We can find the probability of two cards, drawing two cards one after the other from a pack of 52 cards by using this formula. Okay, so this is the multiplication rule of probability. Okay, now we can see that occurrence of the event E affected by the event, occurrence of the event F, as F has already occurred. And in second, occurrence of the event F affected by the occurrence of the event E. Occurrence of the event E, as E event has already occurred. Okay, but what happened if there is no effect of the occurrence of first event over the occurrence of the second event or the simultaneous events? Okay, such type of events, two events or more than two events, if effect of occurrence of first event does not affect the occurrence of the second event, or the occurrence of the second event does not affect the occurrence of the first event, then event are called independent events. Okay, so next topic is the independency of the events. Independency of the events. Two events are said to be independent event. Two events are said to be independent event. If occurrence of simultaneous occurrence of probability of the simultaneous occurrence of two events is equals to probability E and probability of F. Means occurrence of one event does not affect the occurrence of other event. In such a case, the events are said to be the independent event, as they do not affect the probability of each other. Okay, and this is the example. If we are having an arm in which we are having red and white balls, we draw two balls one after the other. We draw two balls one after the other by or with replacement. With replacement means first ball is drawn, and with replacing this ball we draw second ball. So the probability of first ball does not affect the probability of second ball. Or drawing of first ball does not affect the probability of the drawing of the second ball. Okay, so in this case we can say the events are independent events. Okay, so everybody clear what does mean by independent events? Two or more than two events are said to be independent event if the occurrence of first event does not affect the occurrence of second event, and occurrence of second event does not affect the occurrence of third event. Okay, so probability of simultaneous occurrence EF equals to probability of E, probability of F. Okay, when two events are independent, this expression holds true. This expression holds true means PE intersection F. PE intersection F equals to PE multiplication PF. Okay, in such a case, the probability are said to be the events are said to be the independent events. Okay, now we have property of the independent events. Property of the independent events: if E and F are independent events, then show each first E dash and F, second E and F dash, third E dash and F dash. Okay, let us understand the meaning of this statement. This statement says that if events E and F are independent events, then this pair of the events are also independent. Okay, means E dash and F will also be independent, E and F dash will also be independent, E dash and F dash will also be independent events. This is the property for independency of two events. Okay, so we will show one of these. So first we have proof of the first. Means E dash and F are independent. E dash and F are independent if PE dash intersection F is equals to PE dash PF. Okay, so we have to show this result. We have to show this result to prove first. So let us start with PE dash intersection F. PE dash intersection F means F only. F only. This can be written down as F only. So this is equals to PF minus PE intersection F. This can be written down as PF minus PE intersection F. Now PE intersection F, we have been given that event E and F are independent events. Event E and F are independent events. That is why PE dash intersection F is equals to PF minus this. This we can write down from question, that is PE into PF. PE into PF. As E and F are independent. E and F are independent. That is why PE intersection F is equals to PE into PF. Okay. So this can be written down as, taking PF as common, 1 minus PE. Okay. So PF into 1 minus PE, that is PE dash. PE dash. So PE dash intersection F is equals to PE dash into PF. It means E dash and F are independent events. Implies that E dash and F are independent events. Independent events. Okay. Now we will have the second result. Second result, that is E and F dash. E and F dash, this result can also prove in the same way. In the same way, so we will have the third result. So we will prove now third result. Proof of the third result. Proof of the third result. So third result is PE dash intersection F dash. This can be written down as PE union F whole dash. PE union F whole dash, and this is 1 minus PE union F. PE union F dash complement. So this can be written down as 1 minus PE union F. So this is equals to 1 minus PE union F means PE plus PF minus PE intersection F. And this can be written down as 1 minus PE plus PF minus PE intersection F means PE into PF. So this is equals to 1 minus PE minus PF plus PE into PF. So this is equals to 1 minus PE. Now taking PF as common from last two terms. Taking PF as common from last two terms, we will have 1 minus PE. So 1 minus PE, 1 minus PE, taking 1 minus PE as common, we will have 1 minus PF. So 1 minus PE, that is PE dash, and 1 minus PF, that is PF dash. Okay, so PE dash intersection F dash equals to PE dash multiplication PF dash. Okay, so this is the proof, or this shows that if event E and F are independent, then E dash and F dash are also independent events. Okay, so this is the property. This is the property of the independent event. Now we are having one more example, that is example number 14 of this chapter. Okay, so example number 14. Example number 14, page number 546 of NCERT book. I am giving the statement of the example. After that we will prove this. After that we will prove that if A and B are independent. Example number 14. If A and B are independent events, then probability of occurrence of at least one of A and B is given by 1 minus PA dash PB dash. Okay. So what is the question? I'm just again repeating. A and B are independent event. That is why PA intersection B equals to PA into PB, the condition of the independent events. Okay. The probability of occurrence of at least one of A and B, how you will write in symbolic form at least one of A and B, that is A union B. At least one of A and B. Probability of at least one of A and B is written as PA union B. Okay, so we have to find the probability of PA union B given by, and this is given by 1 minus PA dash PB dash. This is given by 1 minus PA dash PB dash. The condition is only that the events are independent events. So probability of A union B is given by PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. PA plus PB minus PA intersection B. Okay, but we have to use the independency of the events. Independency of the events is PA plus PB minus PA into PB. PA into PB. PA intersection B equals to PA into PB. Independency of event is PA intersection B equals to PA into PB. Okay. Now we have to show that this is equals to 1 minus PA dash into PB dash. So this is PA plus PB. Taking PB as common, PB is taking as common 1 minus PA. 1 minus PA. So this is PA plus PA dash into PB. PA dash into PB. Okay. Now PA can be written down as 1 minus PA dash. 1 minus PA dash plus PA dash into PB. Okay. Putting this. Now taking 1 minus PA dash as common from second and third term. PA dash taking as common. So 1 minus PB. 1 minus PB. So this is equals to 1 minus PA dash. And this is PB dash. So PB dash. Okay. So probability of at least one of A and B whenever events are independent event is given by 1 minus PA dash PB dash. Okay. This is the example number 14 of the exercise. Okay. Now we are having so today we have discussed about the multiplication rule of the probability. This is also called as the multiplication theorem on probability. Okay, multiplication theorem on probability, and in this theorem we find the probability of simultaneous occurrence of the two events or more than two events, or the probability of occurrence of two or more than two events one after the another event. Okay, so this is the multiplication rule of probability. After that we have discussed the independent events. Independent events are events which does not affect the occurrence of one another. Means occurrence of first event does not affect the occurrence of another event, and occurrence of another event does not affect the occurrence of first event. Okay, this is the independency of two or more than two events. Okay, independency of occurrence of events can be extended to an infinite number of events, okay. Now after that we have discussed the probabilities, the properties of the independency of events, okay. So after this we will solve the exercise, that is exercise number 13.2. okay, thank you.